All right, good evening. Welcome to the Frondozier Show on KCAA Radio, 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. Also streaming from the KCAA Radio.com website and nbrradio.us. We got to bless the show before we get started. Let's go. When I was in my mother's womb, I had a calling on my life to do something in the glory of God and marry it like a wife. Commit myself to his word and never be led astray. And when it's all over, when he comes, I'll be glad to see that day in the morning time. Well, all right. Good evening and welcome to the Frondozier Show on KCAA Radio, 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. Also streaming from the KCAA Radio.com website. The station leaves no listener behind. Plus, Military Broadcast Radio Network. That's right. Military Broadcast Radio Network. Shouts out for them. They're giving veterans a voice, like myself. So we have a very always important, impactful show for you tonight on the Frondozier Show. And we got the special segment, Sports Collective, featuring my guys, Robert Lamar with In the Zone and Coach Will with the Heem Factor and now the Sheen Factor. So you got to stay tuned. The Sports Collective, TV, media, and radio. We got some good stuff coming for you shortly. So just make sure you pay attention. Make sure you go to @Sports Collective Media on our social media. I got a thing right here. Don't trip. You're gonna see it in a second. Where is it at? @Sports Collective Media. Where is it at? Where you at? I know you got that. So yeah, make sure you go on Instagram @Sports Collective Media. You can follow us over there. What else? Yeah, I got some stuff to talk about. I'm going to do the first 15, 20 minutes of the episode tonight. Got some stuff on my heart, kind of deep in my subconscious mind that I got to let loose tonight. So it's all going to be in the level of context. And then we'll come back and then we'll knock out that sports segment. So again, thank you for listening in. You make sure you catch us on Roku TV. That's right, Military Broadcast Radio on Roku. We got a channel over there, so you can watch us there. If you're in the Inland Empire and you are in your car, listen to us on 106.5 FM or 1050 AM, you can go to kcaaradio.com and click Listen Live or Watch Live. Or both platforms have apps. So you can get the KCAA radio app and you can get the MBR radio app as well. So you can check out the variety of platforms and shows that are on here from our veteran community and also the people who are broadcasting on the KCA network. So you got two networks to listen to. That's right. We all over the place. All right. So we're going to come back in a second. I'm going to play these PSAs and then we'll get started. This is the Frondozier Show on KCA Radio and Military Broadcast Radio.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web.
Some of us still carry the burden of battle. It threatens to drown us in our everyday lives. In battle, we had our weapons and combat gear to keep us safe, to keep us confident. But when we returned home, we were not armed with weapons and gear to cope with our own minds. I was lucky to find my combat gear, my mental weapon, and it's called Calmago. Calmago is a drug-free device that allows you to achieve calm in less than 3 minutes in moments of anxiety, stress, anger, panic, or insomnia, not with medication, but rather by activating the parasympathetic nervous system through breathing regulation and multisensory stimulation. A recent study has shown that Calmago decreases PTSD and anxiety levels in veterans, helping those who are suffering and having a long-lasting effect. Visit Calmago.com to learn how you can get Calmago through the VA or with a special veterans discount code.
Welcome back to the Frondozier Show on KCA Radio, 106.5 FM, 1050 AM, and the Military Broadcast Radio Network. Make sure you catch us on all the streaming platforms, Roku TV, iHeart, what else? Facebook, YouTube, all the platforms. Also, the show's archived on all those platforms as well. So wherever you get your podcast and talk show platforms, we most likely be there. Before I get started with my conversation, I want to make another announcement. The Ventura County Orcas. That's the logo. That's my hat team right here. We are launching our first season in Ventura County. So if you are interested in playing, I believe I'm at 15 players right now, but we're looking for 20 total because we want to have enough where we can have a pool of players that we can pull from because everybody has their different schedules. So we just want to make sure that we have enough players. And we're also going to have a development team as well. So if you want to play basketball and you're still chasing that hoop dream and you're interested in playing professional basketball with us in Ventura County, representing your city, you're more than welcome at Ventura in the community out there. You can check us out. Just go to orcasaba.com, send me an email. You can look around the website. Tryouts is coming up. And if you want to be a part of it, just make sure you go and check it out. The reason why I bought that platform, I want to say this. The reason why I bought that platform to be a member of the American Basketball Association, if you remember where Dr. J came from, that's the league, right? They merged with the NBA. NBA bought out their rights. And then back in the 2000s, a team of men got together and they bought those rights back from the ABA and they started putting up franchises. So I believe there's about 150 teams across the country for ABA players, for ABA teams across the country, right? So we are one of those in the Ventura County. But really, I got that platform because of some of the things I want to talk about to you tonight on my segment here, the Frondoze Show, which is the things that we care about. But I also wanted to share that basketball platform for the entertainment, for the community. So if you're in the Ventura community and you have something that you want to talk about, you have a cause that you care about, that you want to raise some funds for your nonprofit, you partner with us, share our nonprofit with us. We're more than happy to partner with you to raise awareness to the different causes that your community out there in Ventura County may care about. I got some that I care about. My players have some things that they care about, and then we want to share this platform. So the basketball is the entertainment. This is more of a ministry for me. This is more of where we can come together, talk about some things in the city, reunite the community, restore some relationships in the family, and enjoy some basketball while we chase that ABA title, right? So orcasaba.com, you can go there and follow along and find out everything at orcasaba on all the social media platforms. Instagram, you can check us out there. But that's why I got that platform. For awareness, for conversations. And we're going to do that. We're going to be about that life over there. So the first thing usually, I got like 8 different segments usually when I'm here hanging out by myself. Is the first one is the life of a, and the life of a for me is the life of that 5-year-old. And this conversation is important to me because this is where that I was able to, as the son, go to my father and ask my father for forgiveness for my behavior. Yes, children, sons, you can go to your parents and ask them for forgiveness for how you acted, how you behaved when you was growing up. You don't have to wait for your parents to come to you. You can go to your own parents and forgive them and ask them to forgive you. Because sometimes we just don't think that the parents were there for us, or whatever that alt is that you have about your parents. And you don't have to say it out loud. A lot of times we don't say things out loud, but we know how we feel in our heart. And I'm talking about your heart, not the one that's pumping blood through your body. I'm talking about the heart of man, the subconscious mind. So yes, we'll say I love my mom, I love my dad, but they get on my nerve. Yeah, well, what is that they get on your nerve about? What is that thing that you don't like about, that you don't care for? Maybe it's a disappointment from your past. Because as children, we don't understand what it is to be an adult. But so our perception gets corrupted early on in age. And guess what? That's where Satan and his devices target early in the minds of us as children. So I went to my father as the life of a 5-year-old at 40 years old. So 35 years, I had this alt with my dad. I loved him, but he got on my nerve. But at 40 years old, the turning point of my life, I discovered that I could take responsibility for my behavior toward my dad. And when I did that, it restored our relationship. He never changed. I committed to being acknowledgement and gratitude, joy, and fun with my father, because I realized he did the best he could with what he had. And having me as a teenager in his almost in his 20s, what did he know about life at 20? And then having a child in the 70s. What did my parents know? And when I was able to step out of my mind and my upset and frustration, I was able to then share with my dad and my mom. That's going to come up in a minute. So Life of it, you can go to farrond.com and you can check their inspirational read is written for the life of a 5-year-old. I'm not looking to be an author. I'm going to use that inspirational read for my ministry, for my sharing. I do have a conversation that I'm working on from son to fathers. Most people focus on father-son conversations. God has shown me that I can actually show how the son to father conversation can be restored. All right. So that's that one. My trench talk segment is my military life. That's right. My military career is my trench talk segment. That is actually was a show by itself, where I interviewed different military personnel from all different branches. I interviewed dependents, organizations that support veterans. So that segment is dedicated straight to military conversation. I actually have a show here on MBR and again with KCAA where I have a special episode just about trench talk. So you might find some interviews out there where I'm just interviewing a veteran and we're talking about their life before, during, and after service. That was my second show that I created out of all the shows I've been doing the last 14 years. That is my second show. I wanted to be able to stay connected to my military community. I was medically retired because of my sickle cell trait exertion with the rhabdo, and my career was brought to an end medically, not by choice. And so we talk about the anxiety and depression and suicide ideation. For me, it was definitely identity crisis. My identity was trapped in that camouflage, in my rank, right? But I didn't know that. I didn't know that at the time. But going through all of the things that I went through, finding some personal development courses and doing cognitive behavior and finding Christ, getting back into the church, discovering a new ideology, I've been able to sustain, and I'm here in front of you. Now, some of that stuff I still manage, right? But this radio is my therapy. This is my own personal therapy. And Trench Talk is that military show. The next episode or the next segment would be Fahrenheit. Now, my name is Farron. I made it Farron because I got teased by all the kids. You know how we are as peers, as peers. We tease each other in school. So I got teased. Fahrenheit, Fairy, all those different names. And when I joined the military, I made it Farron because I got tired of all being teased. But actually, it is Farron. Shouts out to my mom. My name is really Farron. So I accept both. I don't correct people much anymore. It's Farron or Fairy or Fahrenheit or Farron. And so that segment is called Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit is playing the hottest hits and the coolest conversations. So you'll be seeing some segments where I'll be playing some of the hottest hits. I'm going to have somebody on here talking about some cool conversations around those songs, right? So there's a connection. It's about the song and the cool conversation connected to that person, all right? So that's Fahrenheit, playing the hottest hits and the coolest conversations. That next segment is called Wordplay. Wordplay is dedicated to my dad. Before my dad passed, we have an episode out there, a wordplay that we did. I was actually on Morse Media Studios. Shouts out to the poetess. We were doing some shows there after I left LA Talk Live. And so the wordplay it's because sometimes we use words out of context. Sometimes we describe life and it's not really how we describe it, right? My Cousin Vinny, if you want to know what I'm talking about, watch the movie My Cousin Vinny. Best explanation of how what we think we see and how we describe it may not be exactly what it is. So what I do is I'll pick a word, and then I'll find the definition, and then I'll find a song that represents that word. So example, misunderstanding. Who's responsible for misunderstandings? Sometimes we blame the other person, right? Sometimes we don't want to take responsibility for how we act or what we say, right? So sometimes we have misunderstandings in life and we don't take responsibility, and it destroys relationships. A misunderstanding can destroy a relationship. A misunderstanding is a failure to understand something correctly, a disagreement or a quarrel. So who's responsible for misunderstandings? You as the person sharing the information, or is it the receiver who's supposed to be listening to what you're saying? So guess what? My answer is we're both responsible. If I'm sharing something with somebody and they don't understand what I'm talking about, it's up to me to say, hey, what did you hear me say? What are you listening? What do you hear? It's up to me to check in, because sometimes as the receiver, I'm listening to the person, and in my mind, I'm saying, I don't know what you're talking about. Now, on my face, I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. Okay, oh yeah, I got it. Okay, cool. And then I walk away like, what the heck was he talking about? I have no idea. You see that? That right there takes a level of confidence or courage to say, hey, you know what? Man, hold on, stop. I don't even know what you're talking about, bro. Can you start over? You lost me a long time ago. That's a different person, right? Or it's up to me to say, hey, check in. Okay, so what did you hear me say? Because sometimes what the person says and what you make it mean is something totally different. And that, my friend, is a misunderstanding or being misunderstood, right? So there are songs out there. I'm just a soul whose intentions are good. Oh, Lord, please don't let me be misunderstood. That was one of my songs for that one. Misunderstanding, so there's a lot of songs out there with misunderstandings. So that's the wordplay. That's what me and my dad we had created together. He passed away, and so I still do that segment every now and then, but I'm going to bring it back because it is a very powerful conversation. So I'm going to be bringing people over here. They're going to give me their word, and they're going to bring their song, and we're going to talk about those words like karma. So if you're interested in that show, I'll post it on the social media of me and my dad doing our conversations around wordplay. This is the Ferrandoze Show on KCA Radio, 106.5 FM, 1050 AM, and the Military Broadcast Radio Network. I'm going to come back, and I got a couple more segments that we're going to talk about, and then we're going to get into the Sports Collective Media TV Radio segment tonight. All right, so I appreciate y'all for tuning and listening in. This is the Ferrandoze Show. We'll be right back.
Introducing LT Defense Tactical Gear, your ultimate solution for top-notch protection and performance in the field. Our armor bundles provide unmatched safety and comfort, while our battle belts and holsters ensure quick and easy access to your gear. Stay prepared for any situation with our high-quality medical supplies, designed to keep you ready for action at all times. Looking to enhance your skills? Our firearms training programs will take your proficiency to the next level. Trust LT Defense for all your tactical gear needs and gear up for success on the battlefield.
All right, welcome back to the Ferrandoze Show on KCA Radio, 106.5 FM at 1050 AM, and the Military Broadcast Radio Network. So up next is my segment that I created. Oh, this is back from when I started 14 years ago. It's called the 20-second timeout sports segment. That is where I talk about more about the mental toughness about sports, not really the highlights. During my depression and anxiety, I lost interest in a lot of things, and unfortunately, sports was one. So it's very difficult for me to watch a basketball game or football, any sports. I'm challenged, not interested. But I am interested in the mindset and the mental toughness of athletes because it's relatable to us as veterans. We're not much different. Put it this way, as human beings, we're not different. But sometimes we label one another and we objectify one another. And so because I'm an athlete and you're a soldier or a doctor, we don't realize that those identities are inside of those uniforms, right? So I have some mental toughness conversations in the 20-second timeout sports segment where we talk about, is there an I in team? I say that there is an I in team. Most coaches, most people will say there's no I in team. There's no I in team. Well, guess what? I'm challenging the conversation about the I in team because there is. You know what that I is? That I is the interpersonal relationship. How can I be an athlete and give myself away to my team when I'm silently dealing with stuff in my life, whether someone dies or there's a death, a divorce in the family or a breakup? You know, what is that? So how can I give myself away to my teammates when I am carrying all this weight in my mind, in my heart, right? So I believe that there is an I in team. See, the stuff that you're pointing to about no I in team is the interpersonal relationship. Most people want to talk about how you relate to other people, but how do you relate to yourself first? And that, my friend, is the 20-second timeout sports segment around the mental toughness. And again, I'm challenging the I in team because I believe that there is. It is the interpersonal relationship of us as people. And if I'm healed and I'm fine and I can manage my emotions and things in life and I'm dealing with my situations with confidence and courage and strength, right? Then I can give myself away to my team. I'm not going to have this pride, this ego, or this fear that you're going to find out about something about me because I'm having problems at home. Or my girlfriend broke up with me and now I got to go play this championship game and I'm heartbroken. And I never deal with that in high school. And then I go off to college and professional sports and then I'm carrying that upset. And I can't even have a relationship in my adult life because I'm still hurt from the broken relationships from a teenager. So that's the 20-second timeout sports segment. After that is the what's the count. That's right. What's the count is my sickle cell trait. That is all of my sickle cell trait awareness falls under that topic there for the what's the count. So if you're interested about sickle cell trait, it is an inherited gene. Very important around exercising. We talk about the risk factors. Babies are still being born with sickle cell disease because parents just don't know that they carry these inherited genes. And there are more inherited genes. The Latin community is number 2. African Americans, we are number 1 with sickle cell trait, but Hispanics are number 2. And then you could be Caucasian, Mediterranean, Asian descent. You have to do the blood test, the blood work to find out if you're a trait carrier. And athletes have collapsed and died from this inherited gene. And others, military personnel, that was my story. My inherited gene, my sickle cell trait gene was triggered, and I collapsed that day after the 2-mile run. So that's the what's the count. We talk about all of our sickle cell trait topics over there. The next segment before I get out of here is the life of an 8-year-old. A lot of times we talk in the first part, I talked about the life of a 5-year-old. That was my dad. The life of an 8-year-old is with my mom, right? So now we're talking about restoring these relationships with that child to that mother, that son to mother relationship is just as important as a father and son relationship, because sometimes that mother can represent women. And if you've had a broken disconnection relationship with your mom as a child, she may represent all women. And now you're going to have a challenge trying to find a girlfriend or a mate because you've got the alts and the upsets about your mother or what she did or didn't do to you or for you. But so we carry those things into the next relationships, right? So that conversation is the son to mother, where I went to my mom and I asked my mom for forgiveness because of my behavior when I recognized on how I treated my mom. I love my mom, but there was a disconnection. And that disconnection happened at actually 2 years old. But at 8 years old, for those of us who grew up in a house with no babysitter, we're called the latchkey kids. So I was a latchkey kid of 1978, where I had to come home by myself in the 3rd grade and let myself in the apartment. My mom said, don't open the door, don't go outside, don't turn the oven on until she got home. All those don'ts. But what I heard was, I'm leaving you, when she gave me that key. And the pain that I felt in my gut, I walked away saying, I can't trust my mom because she's going to leave me. And that was a story I created about my mom at 8. So that segment right there, the life of a 8-year-old, that is the segment that we talk about that. So if you want information about that, The link tree is Life of a, where it has all the different inspirational reads that I'm writing. I got 10 of them. I got 2 of them down, ready to go. They're up on Kindle and on the website at farrond.com, so you can check that out. The last one is the Music Marks the Place in Time, the soundtrack to life. You'll hear it on the sports show sometimes. I'll ask athletes, what do you listen to in your headphones? I've interviewed people sharing their life story with tracks of their childhood, songs that remind them of their parents, songs that remind them of their mental toughness, that song that you go to when you're down and you got to get your mind right. What are you putting on your headphones? That is one of my favorite shows because we bring out the music and the talk and the relatedness of what you hear about people when we're growing up and how that music takes you back to those moments in time, those great moments in time, right? The good, the bad, and indifferent times of life. And usually there's a soundtrack. There's a song that comes on the radio and it'll take you right back to the 90s or the 70s or the 60s, reminds you of your mom and your dad or your sisters. That's that segment. Music Marks Place in Time, the soundtrack to life. So all of those are actually, that's 8 segments, 8 different shows, all combined. And you'll see them demonstrated over the platforms as I choose to have a show around those topics. All right. Again, I thank you for listening and tuning in. This is the Farrond Show on KCA Radio, 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. Also, streaming from the KCAA Radio.com website and the Military Broadcast Radio Network on Roku TV, on all the streaming platforms. Both platforms have a plethora of different stations and podcast locations that we're delivered onto. So wherever you get your podcasts, you can find us. Even on Amazon, even on Spotify, you can catch us. Twitch. All right. So I'm going to take this break and then we'll come back and get into the Sports Collective segment. I see the crew is here. I believe our guest is here. All right. So we're going to knock this out and we'll be right back at the Farrond Show on KCA Radio. Shout out to what's the count. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm blessed, my brother. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, did you see the game last night?
Oh, that was a good game.
But did you see the shot?
I lost money from that shot.
Oh, man, that shot was cold,
I
man.
hated it, but it was good. Damn. What's in those jeans?
You really want to know?
I do.
Exhaustion, muscle spasms, asthmatic issues, unexpected sickle cell trait crises.
Damn. Are you serious? When I was young, I found out I had sickle cell trait. My mom's told me, but I ain't have no knowledge of it. But when I got older, I had a child, and the doctor told me my daughter has sickle cell trait. You know the facts that both parents have sickle cell trait? There's a 50% chance the child may have the trait, and 25% chance the child may have the disease.
Hey, that's what's the count. Do you know that 2.5 million people in the United States have sickle cell trait, 300 million people globally? I didn't find out I had sickle cell trait until I was in the Army, 10 years. Next thing you know, I had a sickle cell trait exertion site.
Sickle cell? I thought that was a black gene or something.
Nah, man, the Latin community is number 2. 1 out of 36,000 babies are being born with sickle cell disease. You could be Caucasian, Mediterranean, European. You gotta know your bloodline, man. There is an inherited gene in our community that has been forgotten. The name is sickle cell trait. WDCONSCT, also known as What's the Count, is out to bring awareness, education, and prevention to people all over the globe. Want more information? Call us now at 323-215-5384 or visit www.wdconsct.org. Zetovia salve, made from natural and organic ingredients, good for inflammation, poor circulation, hemorrhoids, yeast infection, lip sores, dry coughs, eye pain, minor cuts and bruises, and ready to purchase at botanicaherbalco.com. BOTANICAHERBALCO.com. BALCO.com. BotanicaHerbalCO.com. Do you remember studying sickle cell in biology class? What's the Count on Sickle Cell Trait Prevention is here to bring you awareness, education, and prevention conversations around the risk factors of this inherited gene. Visit wdconSCT.org.
Muchos de nosotros nos vemos afectados por la enfermedad de células falciformes a diario y un número creciente simplemente no nos damos cuenta. Los impactos de esta enfermedad afectan a todas las personas y en especialmente a las personas de color y con antecedentes diversos. Estar en servicio conmigo y con los demás a medida que creamos una mayor conciencia sobre cómo identificar y dirigir el tratamiento de los rasgos de células falciformes y ayudar a las familias a saber cómo superar el trastorno de células falciformes.
This is Farhan from the Farhan Dozier Show, 8 p.m. Pacific Time on KCAA Radio, 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. Also streaming from the KCAA Radio.com website, the station that leaves no listener behind, and MBR Radio. That's right, MBR Radio on all their streaming platforms, including MBR Radio on Roku TV, Sunday nights live, 8 p.m. Pacific Time on KCAA Radio and MBRradio.us. The Farhan Dozier Show. For more information, search farhand.com. Tune in to the Farhan Dozier Show on KCA Radio 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. Also streaming from the KCARadio.com website on Sunday nights at 8 p.m. Pacific Time. Brought to you by Sports Collective TV, Sports Collective Radio, and Sports Collective Media. We got the Heme Factor, we got In the Zone, and we got Fourth Down in the 20-second timeout sports segment. All for you right here on the Farhan Dozier Show on KCA Radio 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. Also streaming from the KCARadio.com website with my guest hosts Robert Lamar and Coach Will. Catch us on Sports Collective Media on Instagram and Facebook. And make sure you watch us Sunday nights at 8 p.m. on KCA Radio 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. Also streaming from the KCARadio.com website. Music, talk, sports, and so much more. Farhan Dozier Show. All right, welcome back to the Farhan Dozier Show. Oh man. So again, thanks for tuning in to that first half of that segment where I drop just the different segments that I have that you'll be listening or hearing about in the future. Let's get started for the sports show. I believe my crew is let me see if they're ready. What's up, yo? Robert Lamar's in the building. He's in the zone. What's up? What's up? What's up? You on mute? What's up?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. What's happening?
You know who it is. It's your boy Robert Lamar. What's happening?
Lamar, what's happening, yo?
Oh man, just trying to stay cool, man. I'm glad the weather's getting a little bit cooler, but it's time to get that fall weather in, man.
Yeah,
it really is.
You like that fall? You like that fall weather?
Yeah, you look like you got like the AC going and everything. AC over here like that.
Actually, no, it's not on right now. Actually, it's not on. No lie, it's not even on right now.
Okay. Nah. Where's my boy Coach Will at?
Coach Will is he's not on camera right now. I see him in the waiting room, but he's not on camera, man. So,
shit, get him in.
Let me see. He ain't ready. He ain't ready.
You ready?
He ain't ready. He ain't ready. See, he ain't there yet. He was saying
there he is. There he is. Yeah, you see?
he had to get some lotion.
Hey, you see how he trying to play you?
You're on mute, Coach. He had to get his lotion. Can't hear you, Coach. You're on mute. Gotta get that lotion together. What's up?
Yeah. You know, I had to get right first, man. Yeah.
You see how he trying to play you?
Yeah, I'm cool though. It's okay.
Hey, he wasn't. Hey, the camera wasn't on, so I wasn't gonna bring him up on the deck. Can't see no.
Yeah, no. You know, we okay. We all right. We real life. It's real life over here. You know what I mean?
It's live. It's all live. It's all live.
Hey, so good night, man. You know, I hope everybody's doing well, feeling great. You know, and I'm excited, man. It's half a high school football season.
Mm-hmm. Mid-season.
right? We quarter of a season of college football, and we quarter of a season of the NFL. And I like what I'm seeing. You know, it's fun, it's fresh. First time without the Tom Brady in what 20 years almost. Things like that, you know. So football is exciting right now. All the transfers, all the, you know, it's just exciting. So I'm excited to keep the sports collective going forward with what we do, and looking
You
at the new
didn't mention
guests.
something.
I can't take all of juice, you know.
Hey, first and foremost, bang bang, not a gang. We're at 500 tonight.
Oh,
there we go. Bang bang,
really?
not a gang.
Is that what happened tonight?
That's what happened tonight. But you know what though? It's okay. See, when you're used to winning for Ron, because you know you're not used to this.
When you're used to winning.
But you struggle sometimes. You start off, you know, a little slow, but the name of the game is to get healthy by time Thanksgiving happens.
Oh God,
that's when the real football starts, after Thanksgiving. And if we're healthy by Thanksgiving, yeah.
I think Coach could relate to that too, though. With his team, I'm not by myself.
Yeah, they balling. Them Cowboys is balling.
Yeah, we
gotta give them that.
Well, for me now.
I mean, it's one of those things where they're gonna roll into our house with most likely a better record than we are gonna have.
You know, time will tell. I'm gonna leave it.
No, y'all hitting right now. I don't see it's y'all division this year, man.
It's as long as Dak and CeeDee Lamb beefing, we hitting right now. Because
but that's good though. You gotta beef because that means y'all got to get it right. That's actually a really good thing.
You know what I mean? And to be honest, Dak is not the type of quarterback that likes to target one receiver. He likes to move the ball around.
He's a dinker and dunker.
He's a dinker and dunker. So he's you know, he doesn't like to have to be forced to throw CD the ball.
Yeah. Which any quarterback really you couldn't CD couldn't do that with no Brady.
I don't know.
You know, because Brady go on the sideline and cuss him out. Like Dak is passive aggressive. That's the only thing I don't like about him.
Yeah. I mean, CD got paid, so he like, man, you gonna you know, he pay me and play me.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Pay me and play me,
you
player.
need that. For real.
You know, pay me and play me. So excited though, man. Very excited for what's going on and the direction we're going, like I said. And you know, the Niners doing well. I don't know, man. I don't know.
500, bro.
Yeah, you know, Brock Purdy, you know, maybe he's showing up.
I'm not a fan, bro.
Maybe Purdy is showing up. Right?
I can't unwatch the Super Bowl.
Oh.
I can't unwatch that.
Still,
because
you holding on to that?
Up, then we would have won the Super Bowl.
Understand.
So therefore, it's just like I'm not going to make excuses for this dude. Just like how you didn't make no excuses for Dak, I can't do that for Brock. Can't do that. It's like, dude, like I thought Brandon Ayuk was playing bad. Dude, you're a wide receiver. Do you know how frustrating it is when you're running by yourself? There's nobody there, and the quarterback just doesn't see you. Yeah. You of all people know. That dude had me thinking Brandon Ayuk was not balling this year. Brandon Ayuk is balling.
Well, that was everybody's point, and why they were saying pay him, don't let him go, don't let him get away, right? It was because he you know, prove himself. You know, the grit, the grind, the proof, the badges are earned in practice.
Yeah.
In practice.
Yeah, no doubt.
Y'all saw Odell catch the ball like that one time in the game and went crazy. How many times do you think he's done that in practice?
Probably once a damn practice.
Come on, man. Easy work.
Yeah.
He catches 15, 20 one-handed passes.
That's just for warming up.
You know, so
yeah.
We got some ballers on deck. What's happening?
This
I see. We got one. You want me to pull them up?
Yeah, man. We always ready to go.
Let's go then. Let's go. He's
Got
on
Max
mute there.
Susini.
What's up?
What's
We got Max in the house.
How's it going?
Let's go.
What's happening?
Let's go.
Yo, what's up, Max? How are you today?
I'm pretty good. How you guys doing?
We
Good.
better now.
Good, man. We good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Well, thank you for joining the deck tonight. Like I
course.
said, it's a great thing. We've been waiting to get you on. We know you've been going through a few transitions. So go ahead and introduce yourself so the people can, a little bit about you without giving too much away.
I'm Max Susini. I play linebacker at IMG Academy. Yeah, that's me. I own a clothing brand called Lake Clothing. And yeah.
Awesome. All right. And we hear you just say, hey, you're on the clothing line, right? You playing ball. But you're playing at IMG Academy, right?
Yes, sir.
And you're actually from California, right? So you went from one coast to another coast, right? You also played at Palisades. So I want to kind of like just dive right into it and kind of so that way you can give the people, a broad perspective of who you are. I want to ask you, what is the transition for you like being a kid from California playing now in Florida with, a melting pot of talent?
I mean, it's crazy. Like, I've never been to a boarding school, so going all the way to Florida from California was just surreal for me. I was can't lie, I was nervous when I first went, but the staff made it really easy to transition to, my old school in California, Sierra Canyon, to IMG, and it's real nice over there. So
Right, and again, like you said, you just mentioned Sierra Kane. You had a chance to be at two amazing places, right? And you've had a chance to be in some great workouts, be a part of some great talent. And what is the culture like, would you say, compared to from a Sierra Canyon to an IMG?
I mean, IMG's big thing is brotherhood, keeping like trying to teach us that we're not like a team, but we're a family. I think that was something big about IMG and their culture. Like, I think I could go up to anyone on my team and they've always had my back.
Right. That's like a key part of football and a big part of why, sometimes we even play the sport is because we connect with that brotherhood, right? That brotherhood, it becomes everlasting. Me going from a coach to a player, I know what that's like, and it's always important to stay connected, right? And then that's the importance of your commitment process, the grind, the dedication that you commit. So before I toss you to my partners, I definitely just, wanted to ask you a little bit more about, what that transition is like. Like, what do you compare? Obviously, there's a major comparison from California to Florida football. Right now, just kind of like, what would you say like the two differences in the environments are as far as being a kid in California playing and then a kid that's now, from California playing in Florida? Is there a difference in the coaching styles? Is there a difference in the, you know, dieting process? How do you see the difference?
I would say definitely in California, we focus more on like stopping the run, as there's bigger running backs in my opinion, in
Yeah.
California. But in Florida, you have these insanely fast people, fast running backs, fast receivers. So it's more about, trying to keep up with that speed and, maybe putting like a nickel or even a dime out there. So that's definitely something big. I thought Florida receivers they got some speed, but I feel like California got the bigger backs.
That's right. Coming from a linebacker, I'm definitely going to believe you with that.
Yes,
So,
sir.
man, I thank you for coming on the deck tonight, joining the Heme Factor. Much love, and I can't wait to see what you do at IMG, being the fourth leading tackler at the program.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge amongst nothing but 4-star and 5-star guys. So, salute to you, and I'm gonna toss you over to my boy Robert Lamar.
Yes, sir. What's up?
Max,
How's it going?
man. For one, like, how's it going with you, man? I mean, I know y'all got a lot going on over there. Like, what's going on, man? Can you update us on that?
It's crazy. You're talking about Hurricane Milton?
I don't like Milton, man. I didn't really want to say his name, but yeah.
I mean, we got a mandatory evacuation order, so I had to get out of there as fast as possible. But
Yeah,
it's been crazy. I mean, I don't know if you saw the Tampa Bay Rays stadium completely destroyed. It
it's
was
crazy.
insane. Like,
Yeah,
what was it? The sixth strongest hurricane of all time? Which
yeah,
is absurd.
yeah, man. It's wild. I haven't seen anything. The craziest. I would say the hurricane that I saw that was similar to what Milton was Hurricane Andrew, I believe, in '92, Miami. Just took out the whole city. It was wild. That was like my first time that I saw like complete devastation.
Yeah,
Where
IMG
they,
got pretty messed up too. It was bad. Like
you guys are
our
right in the
little
center of it.
yeah, it was bad, and a lot of kids had to stay there. So
Oh man. So what are they
prayers to
talking
them.
about in regards to like trying to schedule your games moving forward? What's the word?
So we had to reschedule. We schedule our game on Friday, hopefully the Monday,
Mhm.
but probably it's pretty 50-50 if that works out. So maybe we'll reschedule it like before playoffs or something like that. But we'll definitely figure out a way to schedule all of our games properly.
Yeah. I mean, you're at like a school that's giving you so much preparation for the next level. What is your biggest takeaway of being a student athlete at IMG Academy compared to where you are out here?
I mean, it's definitely a lot of focus on the athlete part as well. And, just the connections alone IMG has to all these different college coaches is so insane. Like, I think when I was talking to my head coach, I think he had every single head coach in all of FBS, FCS just on his phone. So seeing that
Yeah,
is so crazy.
that's wild. I mean, you're getting the best training, best coaching, practically regards to your mind frame for the next level. When you think about yourself in the next level, what do you think about the most? What is the number one thing that goes to your mind with transitioning into a Division I athlete moving forward?
Definitely adjusting to, playing with bigger, faster guys and, keeping up with that and, just trying to get ready for college, like getting bigger, getting faster,
Yeah,
and then keeping that mentality of just trying to be the best.
it's such a different responsibility. It's like you're practically like a professional at this point,
Yeah.
So I can understand like the whole emphasis on that. And just one more question before I send you over to my boy WDC. I mean, you're playing amongst the best talent wise, so it's making you better every day. But for you personally, goals wise, what is your goals for the rest of this season moving forward?
Stay healthy. I suffered an injury at the beginning of the season. I tore my hamstring. So, definitely getting that back, staying healthy, and just being the best player I can be on and off the field.
Dope, man. Hey, well, we're going to keep up with you, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. You're an impressive young man. And we need to see what's up with that drip, too, with that clothing line and everything.
I got you guys.
Yes, sir.
Cool, man. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing?
Man, thanks. Everything's good. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, man.
Of course, it's my pleasure.
Let me ask you. I'm more of a mental toughness guy. Like to talk about family. So for you, when you hear the term mental toughness, what's the first thing come to mind for you?
So when I think of mental toughness, I don't think about the ability to not get knocked down, but the ability to get knocked down and be able to like recover from that and come up stronger.
Yeah.
Like just all around being like strong-willed, strong-minded, and be able to go through any adversity.
Do you have an example of what that looks like, what that experience was like for you to come through something, to bounce back?
This is actually a tough story for me, but when I was maybe 2 or 3 years ago, my sister was in a pretty bad accident, and they didn't think she was going to make it. So, and just seeing her be able to everyone told her it wouldn't she wouldn't be able to go through it.
Yeah.
And seeing her be able to go through that was just so inspiring and just so amazing to see. Yeah. So I think that's like the definition of a mental tough person.
What did you walk away from that your sister inspired you to take on for your football career? What did you take away? The level of confidence, 100%. Courage. Oh, 100%?
Give 100% to everything because you don't know when the end is, So just every single play, every single work out every single practice, just give 100% because you don't know when this is your last practice.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that about your sister too. I appreciate that. What do you want to say about moms and pops? Anything?
You know, those are my agents, my coaches, you know, teachers. They're my everything. You know, I don't think I would ever be here without them. So, I mean, yeah, they've been my everything.
Yeah. I heard that you got some siblings that play sports as well. So what do you want to say about your siblings, man?
It's hard to say this, but they might become better than me one day. I got a little brother who's a quarterback and another brother who's a DN linebacker, both insanely talented.
Yeah.
Definitely going to see them do some crazy things when they get into high school and college.
No doubt. No doubt. I advocate for sickle cell trait and hydration. So how important is hydration for you, man?
Over at IMG, hydration, you know, as being hot as it is the number one thing we have here. You know, we have a system where we come in every day before practice, get weighed in and weighed out just to make sure we stay hydrated. Yeah, that's how important hydration is like to us in IMG.
That's legit. My last question for you, man, is fourth down. When you're on the field, what is your fourth down? Where does your mind go on fourth down?
It's like a whole new mindset, you know. This is the money down, you know. This is your chance to get off the field and score some points. So just stay tough, stay ready, hit hard, you know.
I was going to ask you. I was going to ask you if I'm looking at you on fourth down, what would you be doing? Would you be fidgety? I heard the hit hard, so I'm sure opportunity comes, you're knocking somebody out. But what would I see you doing in that fourth down? But I would be like, man, he's ready for that play. Would I see anything?
Honestly, most people, you know, they get hyped up, but I am completely still. I just focus, lock in on the play. Like film has always been my big thing. I love watching film, so identifying the play first and then just staying ready is always like been my yeah.
Cool. I appreciate that, man. I thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I'm gonna bring everybody back on the deck, man, so we could say our last few comments before we bring up. We got some more cats in the waiting room, man. So, what y'all want to say to our guy up here?
RL.
Oh no, I was trying to make sure I didn't talk over y'all. No, man, it's just you know, it's just really impressive when you decide to take on that grind at IMG. It's not for everybody. It's really not. It's like you practically are dedicating yourself to a craft on a pro level when you're supposed to be a kid. So it's like basically like you got to be mentally tough to be able to deal with something like that. And for you to be away from home and for you to be thriving in that environment lets us know everything about you. Lets me know that you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. So, you know, we rooting for you for sure. Like, you know, Coach Wills just, you know, he put me on game with you like, you know, months ago. And I'm just like, yeah, this kid got it. So just want to stay focused. You're working towards your goal, but don't get lost into like the athlete aspect of things. You are more than an athlete, you know, and your father obviously puts that in your mind in regards to you being more than an athlete as well. So, you know, just always remember that, you know, outside of that football field, you know, it's still you. It's always going to be Max, and you got to take care of Max at all costs. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Coach, last words.
My last words, you already know, man. Much love. You know where I'm at. You know I'm here for you, and we're gonna keep grinding and take this thing to the top.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, cool. You're more than welcome to hang out with us. We got 2 more guests down there. We just play this PSA real quick. This is the Frandoze Show on KCA Radio 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. Also stream from the KCARadio.com website. The station that is no listener behind. If you're in your vehicle right now and you listen to us on 106.5 or 1050 AM, grab your device because we're not done yet. Type in KCAARadio.com. Also, we're on the Military Broadcast Radio Network as well on Roku TV and all the streaming platforms. Shout out what's the count.
Some of us still carry the burden of battle. It threatens to drown us in our everyday lives. In battle, we had our weapons and combat gear to keep us safe, to keep us confident. But when we returned home, we were not armed with weapons and gear to cope with our own minds. I was lucky to find my combat gear. my mental weapon, and it's called Calmago. Calmago is a drug-free device that allows you to achieve calm in less than 3 minutes in moments of anxiety, stress, anger, panic, or insomnia, not with medication, but rather by activating the parasympathetic nervous system through breathing regulation and multisensory stimulation. A recent study has shown that Calmago decreases PTSD and anxiety levels in veterans, helping those who are suffering and having a long-lasting effect. Visit Calmago.com to learn how you can get Calmago through the VA or with a special veterans discount code.
All right, welcome back to the Frondoze Show and Sports Selective TV, Media, and Radio. I hope you enjoyed that first half of the show and the end of the show. But we got some more conversations to have. So I see 2 more people down there. Let's see who we got up here first. What's up, sir? How you doing?
What's going on?
How you be?
How you doing? I'm good. Get me in I'm good.
Cool. Who's that saying get me in it?
Clarence Tucker. Clarence.
What's up, yo?
What's good?
Everything's cool, man. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Cool. We got one more. Let's see who's that. Zion, what's happening?
Good. How you doing, guys?
What's going on, Zion? Man, we got ballers on deck right now. We got Judah, we got Zion. Shoot, we got the homie in the back too. He's like,
he's like, put me on the camera. Put me on.
No doubt, man.
What's going on?
Dude, nothing. Just been over here, just working, trying to get better. You know, trying to focus on the game, trying to focus on my assignment, everything I got to do, and just get locked in.
Do us a favor, man. Formally introduce yourself to the listeners, man.
I'm Judah Lancaster. I go to IMG Academy. I'm class 2027 tight end.
Oh, yeah. All right. Zion, introduce yourself, man.
I'm Zion Lancaster, class of 2025. I'm a DN, tight end, long snapper. I do everything.
What? Okay, coach. You got him on deck tonight, coach.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Only the best, man. Only the finest, man. Only the finest, man. You know what I mean? No, man, it's great to have you guys on deck. I know we've been talking about this for quite some time. This is an opportunity. What up, CT? I see you back there. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know, CT, Clarence Tucker, he was blessed the show last season.
Yeah.
Right. So we had him. And the great thing about having these young men on is, you know, it's been a journey, you know, and they've grinded from the bottom to the top, and we just want to give you a chance to kind of, you know, tell your story. But in the moment that we have, you know, one, we want to say, you know, blessings, and we're praying for y'all to stay safe while you're out there, you know, and you know, much love in that regard. And just kind of like you said, you know, talk a little bit about what the transition has been like going from Arizona to Florida. And when you give us that, you know, give it to us a little bit from the Tolleson to the Edison perspective and the Tolleson to the IMG perspective. Zion.
I'm gonna let Zion go first.
Zion go first.
It's definitely a huge difference moving from Arizona to Florida. I definitely say the workload is definitely different. You're playing against faster, stronger, more intelligent guys. Honestly, coming down here to Florida.
Yeah.
So moving from Tolleson to Miami Edison, I definitely want to say that Edison has definitely, I found a home here at Edison. Edison has showed me much love. I've gotten a lot better here, coming to being a 3-star now. So
yeah. Congratulations on that too. That's a big jump to go, you know, from a guy who's been grinding, just kind of, you know, having a little bit of time around you, seeing how you go about business. That's huge. So also congratulations on your 3-star accomplishment.
Yeah, thank you.
Cool.
Well, my perspective, going from Arizona to IMG, it was a little bit of a decision at the start. I was a little like hesitant with leaving everybody and leaving what I had in Arizona to you know transfer over to IMG in Florida. So it was definitely a decision, but I feel like I made the right decision and found a place where I could lay my feet and, you know, just do what I got to do over here and just handle business.
Definitely. And with that, You know, how is the difference as far as the culture, right? You know, you talked about speed. We hear Zion talk about speed and IQ, but what's the culture difference before I, pass you over to my boy Robert Lamar? What's the culture difference that you would say, not only just from like a Tolleson to IMG, but we know the chatter in the football community, right? So
Yeah.
this West Coast football to South Florida football, like what's a little bit of that transition in, been like?
I feel like going from Arizona, it was more like the people I had played against and played with, most of them was just playing to just have fun. And they would, dream about going to big places and stuff like that, hoping that they get the opportunity. But down here, them boys, they be grinding. I feel like down here is more different. It's just a lot of people cut from different cloths. They just, only thing they got is football. They trying to make it out and make it and do stuff through football. So I feel like people down here take it a lot more serious, and it's just a good experience to just see people who really care about the game and just care about trying to do what they need to do.
Definitely. Well, congratulations on all the success, all the offers, boys. I got nothing but love for the Lancaster boys, and I'm rooting for your success. And I want to shoot you over to my boy Robert Lamar.
Yeah.
First and foremost, West Coast stand up. Always got to represent that W. They always tell us when you when the cats from somewhere else come to where you from, you got to let them know where they at.
Yes, sir.
But you're over there where they from, but you still got to let them know where you from.
Yes, sir.
So basically, just like Coach Will says, there's a whole lot of talking in regards to what the West boys is like compared to them down South boys. Y'all ain't built like that. Y'all spoiled, all this. So hearing all that crap, how did you guys go about getting your respect being from out here and going down to, Florida and let it be known like, yeah, we came from a place where we ball and we can ball y'all up too?
With me going into IMG, I'm on the national team for IMG Academy, so it's all the best players from everywhere.
Yeah.
So going down there, I just wanted to, just put my foot down and just show these dudes what I could do, and just show them that I'm not just, since I'm a little younger than most of the people on the team. I'm one of the youngest on the team. So everybody thought, I wasn't gonna go in there. I was gonna be scared to do stuff, But it took me a little while to get comfortable with all the people and just get comfortable with the offense I'm put in. But I feel like when I got there, I just found a place where I could just grow and just develop. But I had to let these boys know when I came here what I was about and what I could do.
So what about you, Zion?
Playing for Coach Luke, I knew that coming into Miami Edison, I was gonna have a little chip on my shoulder. I just came to first practice. I let everybody know that my name was Zion. I'm not from Arizona. I'm my own little circle, and I do my thing. You do your thing. We're going,
Yeah.
I love that.
Look, Uncle Luke, that's a really good spot. I mean, first and foremost, have you ever seen so many Haitians in your life? First and foremost, yeah, you in the hood, boy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the food, you got to figure out. It's like that has to be a culture shock, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I was driving as a truck driver, I used to have deliveries in Old Town and Little Haiti, boy, and I'm like, oh, they don't talk about this Miami. They show you South Beach. They don't show you this.
Yeah.
But it's cool though. Like how have you embraced being down there?
It's definitely been a good transition. The guys have been really welcoming, to be honest. Like it wasn't no hate. It wasn't no, oh, you're from Arizona. Nah, it was like we're all a team. We're all working towards the goal. We're all trying to get to state.
Yeah, my boy Jet, he's out there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a little interesting how him and Kobe got out there. But I know with them coming from from the West Coast, I know that were you there before they were there, or did you get there like after they got
Nah, Jet's still here, but Kobe's not. No.
Right, Kobe's at Jackson.
Yeah. So I got here got here a little after.
Got it.
them.
Got it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you've been grinding in the off season. Like, congrats on your bump. You know, that's huge. But it's one of those things where for your senior year, you're fighting for your playing future right now.
Right.
Where are you at in regards to, like, I mean, your season, you're practically halfway done. Like, what is the goal for you to finish off your season strong moving forward?
Honestly, I want to work towards putting more of an impact on the field. I wanna get more and more sacks, more tackles. I want to get shown on the offensive side, get more offers, and finish out the season hard. Good. You know?
Everything that you can control, right?
Right.
Because the thing is like we're dealing with a really uncertain time where there's a lot of things that are out of our control at this point. You know, this transfer portal has practically made a lot of things that we grew up to know obsolete. So, you know, you're dealing with a time where you're competing with, you are 18 years old or 17 or 8, I don't know how old you are, but I know you're a senior. And you're competing with 22-year-olds and 23-year-olds. That's who you are fighting against. So knowing that, it's just like you can only do what you can do in regards to what you can control. So knowing that, how are you mentally preparing yourself for like acting when, you know, after your season's over? Like, then what?
I'm definitely working on my second options and stuff. I've been gaining weight, hitting the weight room, trying to stay ready for if I do go to college, if I do reclass. That's definitely an option in my books. So we just been working all.
Some books is everything, man. It's like you really like practically make sure that you're good there. And when you're usually good there, you're good everywhere. But whatever it is, I just always say this because I've been in this game for like 10 years at this point. Always stay focused on the prize. You have a goal. Don't let nothing, nobody, no coach, no nothing get in the way of that goal. You just have to basically tunnel vision it because there's going to be a lot of people that's going to tell you some stuff that you ain't going to agree with. It's going to be some stuff that is going to be productive. It's going to be some stuff that just don't align to what your goal is, what your vision is. Whatever you see yourself, Zion, is where you're going.
Right.
First and foremost. So keep grinding. It's look, you're going through what a lot of players of your caliber is going through right now. You guys are fighting like hell for your senior season. But I tell everybody it's going to work out for you guys. Just stay focused on the prize and you're going to be good to go, bro. Your film is impressive. You got some good film. It's like, don't you, like, thank God that you are at a place where you can play and get film. There are people out here that are playing at like a Bosco or Sierra Canyon, a Modern Day, and they're sitting on the sideline winning championships that they're not even contributing to. It. It's the weirdest thing ever. You don't get no film being a cheerleader. And you, sir, are not a cheerleader. You're a thumper.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
So keep grinding, man.
Yes, sir.
And Judah, this guy. This guy. And first, and this is a joint question for both of you guys. How are you guys holding up with this crazy, you know, weather? What's going on with both of you guys' programs?
We're holding up real good. At IMG it's a little crazy, but you know, I pray every day for those people out there that had to stay. But you know, the roof of the gym they were staying in had actually blown off.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, but we have a big campus, so they're trying to move them around safely to a newer place that's more safe for them to stay. I'm pretty sure they're in one of the tennis facilities right now. But everybody there is good, but I'm just praying that them boys make it out safe and just find a place where they can lay their heads.
You guys didn't really get it that bad over where you were at, Zion. Is that correct?
Yeah. We're in South Miami, so we didn't get really any of the storm.
Yeah. That's a good deal. Like I was telling all my previous guests, the last time I saw devastation like that in a hurricane in Florida was Hurricane Andrew. I think that was 92. And it just destroyed Miami. I never forget that's the first time I ever seen it as a kid. So, man, prayers for everybody in Florida right now. It's crazy, man. You got alligators floating in people's like houses, and then you got crackheads that got boats that are saving people. It's crazy. Lieutenant Dan, look it up. It's funny as hell. It's crazy. But Judah, man, it's like, you know, you play it like you're not even in high school, in my opinion. You're like practically like semi-college. Semi-college.
Yeah, that's how
you
I
know,
feel. That's how I feel.
It's different. Like,
yeah.
You're like I always give you guys a lot of respect for going to IMG because you guys are practically saying, okay, I'm gonna give up my childhood to an extent to the point where we're gonna really go straight to business.
Yes, sir.
How was your transition to going from where you came from to like IMG?
Where I came from, it was a lot of like, I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot of self-focused stuff. Because where I came from, it was a lot of stuff shaking around at the school and with the program. And we really didn't have a good overall season, I feel like. So whenever I stepped on the field at that school, I just wanted to give it my all to the boys on the field because I respect them from coming out and, you know, just putting their life on the line to just play football. Yeah. So going from that school, it was like I wanted to better myself, I feel like, and just surround myself around people that want to be like me. So going to IMG was really like it was a big jump and a big move that I respect the people around me that pushed me, you know, helped me through the process of making the transition. But yeah, switching off was something because when I had got there, I was thinking I knew it was gonna be something crazy, but I didn't think it was gonna be how it is.
Yeah.
The schedule's different. The whole how you present yourself, walking out the dorms, and you know having stuff clocked like already ready for you, and just having certain times we have to do things, and if you don't do it, then it's just on you. Like there's certain times that we can get food, and certain times that like we can go work out, and certain times we can go to the hydration stations and go to the gym. But it's a lot of resources around us that put us in a very good spot to, you know, succeed and just better ourselves when we're off the field. And then when we go on the field, it's game time. It's game time.
You want to know what's funny? Don't let you go to a college where you're basically getting like less facilities than where you're at right now, man.
Yeah, I've seen people, they've posted on like Instagram, like there was people that did day in the lives of like the top, because we have the top recruits from everywhere: basketball, tennis, golf, track. We got the top recruits from everywhere. So people would do like day in the lives of the top recruits at our school. We actually had an overtime video posted on us of just a day in the life of IMG. And they were saying that some of the stuff we got, some college facilities don't even have it.
Yeah. That's what's crazy, man. And you know what people don't really know, like IMG was built off of like golf and tennis.
Yeah.
Like you guys are like the bonus now, but that school was built off of like golf and tennis straight up.
Yes, sir.
You know, so I mean, but yeah, like, you know, you wanted to level up, and you did that.
Yes, sir.
So I mean, I kind of feel like even though like, you know, you're younger and you're getting better, I feel like you still fight, you know, for your respect. How do you go about the grind of just continuing to kind of like, you know, fight for what you're trying to get, but to really still stay centered in all that as well?
I just view myself off the field as just another kid. Like I'm not better than anybody else because I go to IMG. I'm not like, I don't have a one-up on anybody else because I go to IMG. It's really like a respecting, like I respect the people around me and the people that are really true to helping me out in my life. So I just, off the field, just see myself as just another person. And then on the field, it's like, I just, just do what I gotta do. I just grind. Like it's really like it's a mindset I have that I can't go to sleep knowing I was half-assed.
Yeah.
I can't go to sleep knowing that I was cheating myself or, doing something that I wasn't supposed to be doing when I was supposed to be doing something I was doing.
That so part, man.
Yeah. So I just view it as looking into the future. Like when I become a dad and when I have kids, how am I gonna tell my kids to, push through things and, persevere and keep going and grind every day and get better and do this and do that when I didn't do it myself.
That's dope, man. And I got one more question before I send you over to my boy WDC. Do you got a girlfriend, Judah?
No.
Okay.
I don't have a girlfriend.
They know where I'm going with this.
Hey, I don't have a girlfriend.
Okay. Okay, that's great. Now, do you have anyone who wears your jersey who admires you outside of your mama and your sister?
Uh-oh.
No?
Okay. Nah, I don't have nobody.
Okay.
Like that. Like I have friends that are obviously girls and like.
Thanks, friend.
Okay.
Hey,
give my man off the hook. Give my man off the hook.
Off the hook. He's off the hook.
Okay.
Hey,
he's off the hook.
I'm not even here to give you a hard time, bro. Check this out.
Yeah, I got.
I'm gonna tell you the same thing that I tell past all Americans that we've had on this show.
Yes, sir.
Don't you have no ugly chick wear your damn jersey, because at that point your brand becomes very diminished. Your NIL value goes down because Judah has ugly chick. You want to be known as the dude who have an ugly chick? You want to be a baller and have an ugly chick wear your jersey, bro? Absolutely not, bro. That's like you're losing 50 racks doing that, bro. Your NIL just did this. Don't do it, Judah. And that goes for you too, Zion. Zion, don't you ever do that. They be like, look, I know they try you, bro. But hey, don't like. I'm just saying, I have made a lot of ugly girlfriends upset on this show. I have done it. I have done it, and I don't care because they saw the light after we put them on the forefront. We saved them. We saved them, Coach Will. We saved them, bro. Ugly girls gotta go. You guys are the prize. I always tell you guys, y'all are the prize.
Yes, sir.
Not them.
Yes, sir.
Not them. They do not need to be by you unless you basically like. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna turn it over to my boy WDC.
Thank you. Let me take a quick station identification break. This is the Frandoza Show on KC Radio 106.5 FM, 1050 AM, and Military Broadcast Radio Network. We'll be right back. This is Farhan from the Farhan Dozier Show, 8 p.m. Pacific Time on KCAA Radio, 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. Also streaming from the KCAA Radio.com website, the station that leaves no listener behind, and MBR Radio. That's right, MBR Radio on all their streaming platforms, including MBR Radio on Roku TV, Sunday nights live, 8 p.m. Pacific Time on KCAA Radio and MBRradio.us. The Farhan Dozier Show. For more information, search farhand.com. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm blessed, my brother. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, did you see the game last night?
Oh, that was a good game.
But did you see the shot?
I lost money from that shot.
Oh, man, that shot was cold, man.
I hated it, but it was good. Damn. What's in those jeans?
You really want to know?
I do.
Exhaustion, muscle spasm, asthmatic issues, unexpected sickle cell trait crises.
Damn, are you serious? When I was young, I found out I had sickle cell trait. My mom's told me, but I ain't have no knowledge of it. But when I got older, I had a child, and the doctor told me my daughter has sickle cell trait. You know the facts that both parents have sickle cell trait? There's a 50% chance the child may have the trait, and 25% chance the child may have the disease.
And that's what's the count. Do you know that 2.5 million people in the United States have sickle cell trait, 300 million people globally? I didn't find out I had sickle cell trait until I was in the Army, 10 years. Next thing you know, I had a sickle cell trait exertion site.
Sickle cell? I thought that was a black gene or something.
Nah, man, the Latin community is number 2. 1 out of 36,000 babies are being born with sickle cell disease. You could be Caucasian, Mediterranean, European. You gotta know your bloodline, man. There is an inherited gene in our community that has been forgotten. The name is sickle cell trait. WDC-ONSCT, also known as What's the Count, is out to bring awareness, education, and prevention to people all over the globe. Want more information? Call us now at 323-215-5384 or visit www.wdconsct.org.
I just wanna breathe his name. My God. Lift his name up high, dedicate this life, give him all we got. Testify with our hands held high, keep him up in the sky.
I just wanna praise. I just wanna praise. I just wanna praise. I just wanna praise. I made it up out of the city, avoided the hate and the gritty. Me and my little brother, my lovely mother tried to make it easy, but we was some knuckles though. We used to let them knuckles throw. We used to let them chuckles go when we thought about the places we would go. Yeah, lights off. Yeah, no really. Lights off. Yeah, no money. Lights off. Under the candlelight.
All right, welcome back to the Frondoza Show on KCA Radio 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. Also, military radio, military broadcast radio, the platform we're on tonight as well. All right, so we're going to wrap up the show. Let's bring the guests back up here real quick. What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's going on?
Cool. Coach is here. He got the hearts up.
Okay.
He's always on that love, and I'm always never mind.
Crazy. So, I was listening to your conversations with Coach Will, Robert Lamar in the zone. What I want to ask you two gentlemen is, you talked about that transition, right? And I heard it was a transition from one state to another state, and then going to where you are now in Florida. We know that transition and change can be difficult. There could be emotional pieces to that, stress related. How did you handle all of that transition on a mental toughness level, if I could put it that way?
I had a moment like while I was at the school and just like reflected on myself and just thought about like why I'm here. Like I thought at the beginning, because it was a big move from Arizona here. I thought at the beginning it was gonna be like some crazy, like I wasn't gonna like it, all this other stuff. But I had like seen the opportunity I was being presented and being offered, and just the blessings that I had. And I just looked myself in the mirror one day and just said, like, I got it all in front of me. Like, this is what I've been working for.
Right.
Like, I have the opportunity to go to one of the top schools in the nation and the opportunity to play against the best people in the country.
Mm-hmm.
And I just seen the blessings in front of me and just took it head on and just respected everything that came with it, the hard, the good, the ugly.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just, just planted my feet and just realized that, I just got to keep working. Just because I'm here doesn't mean I'm good. I can stay satisfied, and I just got to keep working and get better every day.
Whole lot of that.
I believe, was it you that used the word perseverance?
I don't think so, no.
Well, somebody used perseverance. If you had to describe that as what you had to dig deep in your mind from, was it confidence, courage, resilience? Like how would you describe that in some words?
Describe perseverance.
No, I'm just saying for you to have that transition to, you said you had to look within, do all of that. Did that take confidence to make that final decision?
Yes, sir.
Courage? What was
It
that
did,
like?
yeah. It was like I had to look and just see like everything in front of me and everything that was behind me and everything that was in the present, and just see like how much I've grown and just the opportunities I'm being presented, and just I really just like, because before when I was making the transition, I didn't really want to do it. Like I wanted to stay and be like a hometown hero type of dude, like just have everybody just just mess with me, like just being the top guy where I was. But then I looked on, I was like, it's not really anything here that's gonna boost me and make me that much better.
Yeah.
So I just seen one day, it just hit me one day, and I was just like, I'm just gonna do it. Like I'm gonna take it on, and I'm gonna respect everything that comes with it. And then I just made the decision with confidence. I just sat down one day and it just was that day I was just confident that this was the right decision to make.
Yeah, that relatedness between I served in the military for 24 years, right? So that relatedness of having the confidence, the courage to join the military and sign up at 19 years old, right? Leaving your family, leaving your friends behind, taking on that uncertainty in the future. How do you manage that student athlete? Because that is an identity, right?
Yes,
That
sir.
is an identity as well. So how do you manage and balance the student and the athlete?
It starts with how I present myself. I always try to present myself respectful and be mature about things. And it's just like I just try to stay humble as much as I can. Like there'll be moments where I get too big of myself, and I just got to look back and just relax and just realize that I'm not better than anybody else just because of the opportunities that I have.
Yeah.
And it's really just like staying locked in the classroom and just being respectful to everybody around me, because you're only as good as the people you know.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like trying to get all my teachers and make a good relationship with the students at the school. Even it's like I know some of my best friends at the school is like tennis players and golf players. So I just try to make myself welcoming to everybody and just tell everybody, like, everybody thinks like, oh, the football players are all big and mean and all this, and I'm like,
Right.
I just had to tell everybody that, like, I'm just here to work and get better, and outside of being on the field when all the madness goes on, I'm just a normal person behind the scenes.
Cool. Thank you for that. Zion, man, you up next, man. Same kind of question for you. That transition, changing locations. We know that transition, it can be change for someone can be difficult. The emotional part stuff that comes with that, the silent fears and living in the future of uncertainty. How was that for you? How did you deal with that emotionally?
Well, touching on what you guys said, yeah, it definitely took some courage. My mom sitting us all down and us just thinking about what's going to help us in the future, what's going to make us better athletes. And we came down with the decision that we're all going to move to Florida. My mom's going to stay down there. It's pretty much breaking up our whole family, But in the long run, it's better for me and for Judah. We're both going to be in a place where we're cared for, where we're loved, where we're fed, where we're protected, where we're going to have the best chances of going to college and going to the league.
My last question for both of you, my segment's called Fourth Down. So when I'm a mental toughness guy, where does your mind go when that fourth down play is happening? Where does your mind go?
Me on fourth down is like, I just try to step in and just make a play when I need to. And it's just put myself in the best position to just be in the right spot. And, just be in the spot and just be aware of, like, where the down marker is and, like, the defense, like what the defense is, what the coverage is, and just look at, like, everything in front of me and just, stay focused before the play starts. So then while I'm in the play, I already know where everybody's going to be set. I already know how everybody's going to drop, so I can find that little zone and that little gap just to get open.
Cool. Zion, what's your fourth down mindset, man?
As a DN, of course, one of our first things we're supposed to know is down and distance. So let's say it's 4th and 10. I'm geared up. I'm ready to go. I'm locked in. I'm about to rush the pass. You know, if it's 4th and 1, I'm in a 3-point stance. I'm in the V of the guy's neck, ready to shoot off, hold my gap, wherever that may be.
Sweet. At any point in your 4th down, are you thinking about what I'm gonna eat after the game?
I don't think so.
No, you're not thinking about what you. If I go we'll get burgers tonight. You don't be out there like where am I? No,
I'm thinking about what Coach Luke's going to say next.
I'm thinking about like something I've actually thought about is like what my coach is going to say to me after I leave the field.
Right.
It's like 4th down and we convert, we going after we score. It was actually it's on video on overtime.
Oh
yeah, it was a play. It was a play where we had been running the ball on them the whole game, just outside zone, inside zone, and then I had made some good blocks on the corner and on the outside linebacker throughout the drive and throughout the game. So when the play came, it was actually we had audible to a pass play, but it was out the same run formation. So I ran out like I was going to block him, shot past him, and just blew past him and scored. And then, you know, the whole drive up to then was great.
Yeah.
The next play, I'm on PAT, and I got to step down into the gap. I'm too in my head about me scoring. I'm not thinking about the PAT. The dude shoot the gap, almost blocked the kick. As soon as I go back to the sideline, I'm like, no. Our head coach was a special teams coach, the special teams coordinator for the Bucks in the league. So he thrives on special teams. So as soon as he seen that, he watched the little film on the iPad, and then he was like, "This is terrible. I don't care what your rankings are. I don't care. You just scored. You need to worry about the next play." And it was just like that. Just really brought me back to like I can't get too ahead of myself, and I just got to stay locked in the whole game and just go on to the next play after the play finishes.
How about you, Zion? Anything?
Coach Luke. I mean, as soon as I make that play, I just look over to the sideline to see if Coach Luke is, giving me a little head nod of improvement or get back on the line, So that's all we got to worry about.
And lastly, hydration is important. So how important is hydration to you, Zion?
Hydration is definitely important. During our practices, I started drinking a certain amount. It's something like how IMG does it. You drink a certain amount of water each time you come in and out of the practice and the huddles.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been starting to do that. Drinking water throughout the day is definitely important, especially as me as a DN. I waste a lot of energy, bending that edge, running that corner. So, yeah.
Cool. Lastly, Judah, before we get out of here, hydration is key.
Yes, sir. Hydration at our school is like the top thing. We weigh in and weigh out every day before and after practice, and then they'll give us an estimated amount of how much water we have to drink, how much we lost, how much water weight we lost, everything like that. And during practice, we have 3 to 4 hydration breaks where we just drink.
Drinking.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, I had a great time with you gentlemen tonight. Thank you for hanging out with us. Shouts out to the crew. Say your last bit of words. Let you gentlemen go.
I like doing these type of shows that we can just really just let it go, man. It's like it kind of reminds you of the old days when we had like all this time to talk to like everybody like that. So yeah, hey Zion, man, keep balling, bro. Like you've amassed some really impressive tape your last year, bro. Keep it going, man. We rooting for you.
For sure.
Yes.
You a big deal, Brody. Keep doing it.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt. And Judah, you already know, man.
Just handle business at the end of the day. Just handle business.
Handle business. All right, man. Well, again, we look forward to seeing y'all do y'all thing out there, man. We appreciate y'all for your time tonight. Stay safe.
Yes, appreciate you. I appreciate y'all.
All right, shout us out. All right, this is the Front Doors Show on KC Radio 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. We are out of here. Thanks for listening in.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.